Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good people. You know who I is. I am Travell C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, self-worth specialist, personal perspective coach, coming at you live and direct for this, let's call it a lunch and learn, guys. It's 12 o'clock where I am, out here in southern sunny California. The weather is nice. I hope and pray that wherever you are, that the weather is equally as nice, if not better. But this is, guys, another installment, another episode live of the 31 days of prosperous perspectives. Every single day this month, I'm coming at you live, man. Facebook, 2 channels, and YouTube with a live perspective, an idea that's going to help you to see a more successful 2022, a perspective that's going to help you to have a more prosperous 2022. And today, guys, before I get into the idea, right? I got my trusty dusty journal here. I'm ready to rock. But before I get into my idea today, and really, how I kind of really want to kind of lead into this idea is by sharing with you in just a few days, my church and I, as we normally do each first of the year, we're going to enter a time of fasting, right? You call it consecration, you call it a season of fasting, but it's the first 21 days of the new year. We commit to a time of prayer and a time of fasting. And what's interesting about, seasons of fasting is for many people, right? Not the people who are physically struggling because of some medical condition, but I'm just talking about like you're totally healthy, everything's good, but you just don't want to fast, right? Many people struggle with fasting because they're so focused on what they're being denied, right? Because there's all types of fast, right? You can fast from sweets, like my wife and I are doing this year. You can fast away from sweets, no sweets for 21 days, or maybe no meats for 21 days, no processed food for 21 days, right? The list goes on and on and on, right? But you can fast from whatever you want to fast from. But what's interesting about fasting is that it sometimes challenges people because their focus, right? Where our focus goes, our energy flows, right? They're so focused on what they're being denied, what they can't have, that it sometimes either becomes just a burden during the whole fast and they never tap into what's available, or they end up just not doing it at all and completely missing out on what they could be focusing on, which is what you get during the fast. It's not so much about what you deny yourself, but it's about what you actually receive as a result of turning down something temporarily. So, with that in mind, let's jump into this today, guys. Here is the idea. It says fasting is truly a secret source of power. Fasting is truly a secret source of power. Okay? When you fast, you tap into a power source that you would normally not have access to had you not fasted. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the details and the nitty-gritty about fasting. That's for another time and place. But I want to share with you 3 thoughts that come to mind, 3 takeaways when it comes to fasting in this new year and how it connects to your success, right? Because all month long, we're talking about success, and these ideas are to help you to become more successful and to become more prosperous, right? So how do we link fasting to success and prosperity? Okay, number 1, guys, when you fast, okay, and you can fast away from, and this is what I'm suggesting, fasting away from media. It can be 21 days, it can be shorter, it can be 7 days, it can be 14. But fasting away from media, when you fast away from media or you fast away from anything else, here's what you get. Here's the benefit. You get to purge, you get to cleanse, you get to remove You get to empty out. You get to, like, just like a physical body, right? When you fast physically, what are you doing? You're keeping your body, your internal body, right? You're keeping it from contact with more and more junk that's causing, whether it's inflammation, whether it's toxins building up in the body, whether it's more waste matter building up in the body, right? And listen, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, we can definitely tie all of the junk that we're eating, the processed foods, the toxins, all the junk, we can tie that directly to all sorts of cancer and lethargic, feelings and mood swings. And I mean, all that bad stuff, right? So you get the idea. When you fast, you get to take a break. You give your body, physical body, a break from all that junk, and you get to cleanse and purge and purify your body from all of that junk, right? You get a cleansing, right? You get a restart, a reboot, right? Physically. Well, the same is true in the mind. And so what I'm suggesting, guys, is that you go on a 21-day media fast. Now, you don't have to cut off, social media completely. Maybe it's just one account, or maybe it's just one channel, or maybe you minimize how much you get on social media, right? But whatever it is, guys, when you take a season of fasting, you get to, number one, you get to resolve internal conflicts. Many of us have consumed so much content, so many ideas that other people are sharing, so many thoughts that other people hold, so many ideals that other people have, so many perspectives that other people hold, so many opinions that other people have, that it can start to cause some conflict between who you really are and who, like a second self. It's almost like this other you that's made up of all of this input from other people. And so now you got the real you on one side, right? Like that, I forgot what they call it, but like on those movies, right? You got the angel, right? And the devil, right? It's like the real you over here, and then the made up you, because you've, been so consumed with other people's content, right? That you're over here. And there's a war going on. There's a conflict going on. Well, guys, when you fast, you're silencing the not real you. You're silencing the fake you. You're silencing the part of you that's not true, that's not authentic, the you that's just made up of other people's ideas and thoughts, the you that has been pressured into thinking and feeling a certain way because you're watching how other people are doing it so much that now you've lost all touch with who you really are, right? So you resolve, hope you guys can hear me, you resolve the internal conflict, okay? And the way that I kind of break this down is in three parts, right? Really quickly. You rest, you reset, and you return to your core values, convictions, and passions. See, success isn't just about the money that you're going to make in the next year. Success is about the internal peace that we all want that cannot be accomplished by money. Money can solve things temporarily. Money can provide for things. Money can put a smile on your face temporarily. But I know a whole lot of people with a whole lot of money and they're not happy. A whole lot of people with a whole lot of money and there's no rest. There's no contentment. There's no satisfaction. There's no peace. There's no true identity. There's no true accepting of oneself, right? Because they're so caught up and they're so consumed with the next achievement because they have literally linked their identity to what it is that they do rather than who it is that they are. And maybe the type of success that you long for in this upcoming year is more joy, more happiness, more contentment, right? More rest internally, right? Maybe you're someone who has a lot of money and your definition of success is just to be able to wake up and not be grumpy or not feel some type of way about everything and everybody, right? So guys, when you fast and you turn away from the media and you turn away from the stimulants and the input and the data that's constantly hitting you upside your head, right? More and more information, right? You are able to rest finally. Your soul is weary You're stressed out, you're bugged out, right? You're at the end of your rope, right? Because something's constantly bombarding you. So you get to rest. You get to then reset, right? You ever reboot a computer? There's so much information on that computer that you got so many windows open and so many things running in the background that it just locks up and freezes all of a sudden. And you keep hitting the button, but nothing's happening. In fact, that just happened to me a few minutes ago, right? I had so many browsers open, so many windows open that it just literally froze and it just couldn't do anything else. And some of you out there, that's how you feel right now. You just froze. You're just locked up and you want to move forward. You want to press forward. You want to go to the next, but you can't. You're stuck. You're just all locked up because there's so much chatter and clutter and so much going on the inside, and you haven't taken time to reset. And then lastly, return, right? After you've given yourself permission to rest for 21 days, you reset, right? You've cleansed yourself of all the junk and the media and the input and what everyone else is saying and what everyone else is doing, and you've given your mind, your soul a rest. Now you can return to your core values, your convictions, your passions. Who are you for real, right? What makes you happy for real? What makes you tick, right? Because now you're no longer consumed with what they say you should do, what you should have, who you should be in order to be happy. Now you get a chance to reboot and go back to, hey, let me get back in touch with what makes my heart beat. Let me get back in touch with what wakes me up in the morning. Let me get back in touch with my creative space, with what makes me happy, with what fuels my fire, so that I can then go out and do something that I truly love and enjoy and be a contribution to society. And I don't have to do it grudgingly, and I don't have to do it being mad and feeling obligated. But I do it out of a love and out of a purity, because now I've given myself an opportunity, a chance to rest, reset, and return. I hope this made sense, guys. This year, at some point in time, call a fast. Call a fast. 21 days. Turn down the media. Turn down the Insta. Turn down the face. Turn down the twi. Right, I'm trying to shorten Twitter, right? But you get my point. Whatever it is, right? Shorten the tick, right? I ain't trying to put everybody's names out there, but just give it a rest for a little while, man. You will be surprised. I've done this before, and I can recall that when I did it, I told my wife, I said, I have never been more at peace. I have never been more at rest. I have never been so content than that. I think it was maybe like 3 months that I did it. For those 3 months, there was no pressure. There was no anxiety. There was no deadlines. There was no like self-imposed burdens, because I wasn't wrapped up in what other people were doing. I wasn't watching their lives go by. I wasn't giving my thumb a workout all day, right? Looking at the lives and snippets of other people's, life, man. And it did me good. So I know that I'll be doing that again this year at some point. Just wanted to encourage you guys to do it as well. And that just ties into your success, because the closer you are to you, the closer you are to who you truly are, and what you truly want, and what truly works for you, then the more successful you're going to be. Because when you do something out of pure love and joy, and you really enjoy doing it, I mean, you really have a passion for doing it, and it's coming from a pure, deep resolve, right, from within you, you're going to be highly successful. You're going to be extremely successful at it, because you're going to do it well. You're going to do it often. You're going to do it consistently. You're going to do it with excellence. People are going to feel your energy. They're going to feel your presence, right? It's just because it's you. It's you. It's not months and months of YouTube videos and the how-tos to success and the how-tos to this and that. It's just going to be you, right? And that's pretty dope. So hope and pray again that made sense. Love y'all, praying for y'all, believing in y'all. Until tomorrow, day number 22. Wishing you guys an amazing Tuesday, Looking forward to an amazing Wednesday. And until then, salute. Peace. I'm out.